Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with the Transport Fever Mainline. We've started today with this, well I mean it's the finest shot you're ever going to see in any game ever at any point. We've got some train action going on here and these two chaps are waiting for another one to come through. I had hoped that it would appear by now. But evidently, given that it is a massive goods train that we're waiting for, we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. That's okay though, because through my fluidity of commentary, it's going to be completely seamless that I'm now just filling out time waiting for the train to appear, which it will surely do in mere moments. You can hear it coming, and that's building a palpable sense of anticipation. We roll in. Okay, so we've unblocked the other end of the tunnel. You'll see all of this in a second. Look at this fella. Rah! He's on his way. He's going. Doesn't look like he's packing an awful lot on board there, but that's okay. We don't mind that. That's largely acceptable, I suppose. Would be quite nice if he was packing something, because then we might make some money out of it. But that's absolutely dandy. And as you can see, we're now starting to pull proper, genuine. Almost genuine. I mean, let's not get carried away. I mean, I top out at about 400 meters, but yes, semi-genuine US length style trains now. Although that would probably be about 26 times the length and have 400 locos at the front of it. Anyway, we're just waiting for the train to come through, which we've been waiting for some time now, and once it does so. I'll move on with the thrilling narrative that I've got for you. Here we go. There we go. You've got something on board. Jolly good show. And herein lies the problem. So we've got another train waiting here. What do you got on board? 3 whole lumps of food on there. This thing. Look at this. We're hauling the stone. We've got grain. We've got slag. All in one. I imagine, were we to get confused and deliver these to the wrong outlets, your bread may taste a little bit bizarre that morning. But yes, we're trying to get through this tunnel here, and the problem comes about less because the train's on the wrong side, but because we have this overlap that happens here, and we end up clogging. So we've got one train still waiting at the other end. We've got another one waiting here. This one was evidently waiting as well, carrying steel and all sorts of stuff. And it's all a bit of a mess. I'm not gonna joke. I'm not lying. It's just a bit chaotic. Here's the one that we saw leaving. It's not a quick section of track. Now, aesthetically, that's brilliant. Practically, that's rubbish. Because if we now turn our attention away from the trains and you cast your eye over the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there, you'll see that I am 71 million quid in debt. And that's the good news. The bad news is it's getting worse. We've rolled forward to the year 2150 because I noticed that the rot was setting in, and the rot has not just set in. The rot's here to stay. So it is broken. I've broken it. The whole thing's broken. And I don't think that fixing this tunnel is going to alleviate all of the problems that we have. And if you want a name for my pain, it is freight, and it is freight on rail. The mainline boxcar has so far dumped 15 million quid this year. The hopper has dumped 6 million this year. And then we get onto the stone shunting, because obviously if there's no throughput, then the stone shunter doesn't do anything, and that's burning money as well. The flatbed's burning money. We've got everything is burning money, friends. And if you stick around until after Madam Bombastic, then we shall rectify these problems. Look, here we go. Here's another one coming back, and it's holding up one here and another one there. Now, with a bit of tweaking to the route system, I could probably make these work a little bit better. That's a given, right? Take that as read, that we can probably make things just a little bit better if I were to oh no, you're pulling up the signal now. Okay, who are we waiting for? 2 waiting, 3 waiting. Who is causing the trouble? It will be at this end. No, there's another one. And couldn't tell you. Anyway, whatever the problem is, we're going to fix it. We're now 80 million in debt, which is, perfect. Yeah, so last year, 18.8 million. I don't know if you saw it on the one previously, but going back to 2150, we actually made 161 million that year. Now, that would bring us back above water level, but we're just not going to do that if these trains are forever getting snarled up here. So the choices I have, and I don't like any of them, are... see, now here's the thing, is I'd had an idea to get this all sorted out, and it's a radical idea. We're going to do it, right? Really? Yeah, get sold. Yeah, we're selling up. We're getting out of the goods business for the time being. You there, hello, how's it going? How's the family? Go and get sold. And we're going to do the same on all of them. We're selling up all of our goods operations for the time being, because we're not going to make any money out of it for now. And I have been, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have mentioned on several occasions of late that the whole main line isn't going to work at all until we complete the loop, because it's the turning around services that wreck it. Everything, as soon as you start getting queues build up, you're in deep trouble. So we're going to we're going to make these chaps all go and find a new life on the scrapyard for the time being. Yes, I'm going to have to do the trucks as well. No, you've done that one. Now do this one. Yeah, we've got some joker who's already wrecked the joint. Now this is going to take a little while to clear, because we've got to wait for all of these chaps to head to the goods, the whatchamacallit, the depot, in order to find themselves sold. Now then, do I leave anything in No, kill them all. And then rebuild from scratch. We've got a lot of rebuilding to do. I'm leaving the routes alone. We're not just going to fold the routes. We'll keep them going. It's more about clearing up, allowing my passenger services to actually make me some money for a couple of years, and then getting rich. And then reinstating, hopefully with a couple more stations built along the way. That's the aspiration anyway, and we'll go back to the Profitron in a moment, and I'll show you that in full effect. But yeah, I'm running a lot of trains, and none of them are making me any money, and that's disappointing. My goodness me, look at how many I've got on here. What's this? This is the flatbed, and it's not the least profitable that I've got. Right. Where are you going? You're going to depot. You're going to depot. You are going to depot. You're going to depot. I've got a few, haven't I? Oh, yeah. Well, not for long. No, selling them all. And I can sense the disappointment in the room. But it needs to be done, because I've got to get back onto an even keel. I've got to pay things down. And the good news is that without those services dragging, on everything, frankly, I should turn a reasonably healthy profit. So Shermer to Mega City is 3 million quid. Pleasantview Hogsmeade 7.5, so that's 10. Then Minty Sherm for some reason is losing money. Okay, we'll possibly get into that. Hogs Miranda is 4.7. Hillview Hillside Hill what's it? Hill Valley, there you go. To Pleasantview 7.5. Atlantis to Hogsmeade 4. Atlantis to Asgard. Really? Does that make sense? Atlantis to Asgard, and then Atlantis. Oh, that's the cross country. That's only making 750,000, but it's still making money. And then Asgard to Gallifrey is doing 1.7 as well. These are some heavy hitters here. We make good bucks out of these. Right then, at the same time, we'll. Do I want to wrap these up? Well, they're only going to cost you money otherwise. Yep, we'll sell the trucks as well. I know, it's Sell all vehicles. Yeah, go do it. Yep. Yeah, send a lot. Send them all. Now, this is going to break all of my goods lines in the short term, and there's no easy way to recover from that. Well, there is. I can start shipping again. Are we selling them all? Yeah, let's sell a lot. Okay, right. Well, there you go. This is all there is to it. Buying them, I won't spend an episode just buying them all again. I will keep that interesting for you. Trust me. Hold on. No, you shut down Clampit. Clampit was making. Never mind. Oh, okay. Well, Clampit is, because that was entirely isolated, but it's not now. Sell them. Flipping it. That was a lot of trucks. And then this and this one. Yeah. I'm not going to do an episode of me just buying trucks. No, but I will do an episode of me just selling trucks. Hey! That's all the fun of the fair. Yeah, anything that's not a truck. The commuter service, still burning merrily through 65 grand a year. But we don't do it just for the internal shuffling of passengers. It's as much down to the passengers then jumping on a train and going places. Really, you're setting yourself up for a good couple of hours worth of buying trucks here. You know, it's not going to be riveting. But I tell you what, this is going to get me out of debt in a hurry. Now, all those freight trains are going to be running up their costs while they make their way back to the depot. That can't be helped. But each one of those trains is a relatively expensive piece of property, so there's a decent chance that I make my money back from that. Now, it's going to take a little while after that point to get back into profitability again. Serious production was making serious money. No, okay. Yeah, no, we sell it, because otherwise it's gonna run out. Now, the good news, I think, actually, because I've not tried this before, not in as lengthy a fashion as I'm about to do. The good news is that I believe the goods we've already got built up will stay at their stations. I might be wrong, but I think they might. But anyway, there we go. That's it. Sold all my trucks. I currently run, what, 3 bus lines? 4 bus lines? 3 bus lines. I'd like to run some more, please. But we'll just have to wait for that to happen. Right, there we go. Now we're just waiting for everything to clear through, and then we'll be golden. What's our sell so far? 16.5 we've sold so far. Okay, right. Let's head out to the to depot land and observe things coming in. Right. Anybody yet? No, that's the passenger station. Here we go. Right. Now, as mentioned, these are fairly slow beasts, so it's going to take a little while for them to turn up. So I've hit the afterburners, and we'll see how quickly we get there. All those trucks being sold, that'll make a couple of quid. We're up to 22, 23, 24. There, see, look, rattling in some cash. But where this is going to help most of all is it's going to eliminate. Ooh, that's a dicey thing to say. It's likely going to eliminate the excessive running costs that I've chalked up. It's because, I mean, we were rocking at 125 million a year in railroad costs, and that will drop quite nicely. There is the chance that the freight trains, as they make their way through the map, get in the way of some passenger services. These things happen, can't be helped. I think we're in for 1 to 2 game years of erratic, and I shall roll through that now, and to save you having to watch it, and then we'll pick up the action. Right then, we're on board with the last train to be sold. I'm not going to spoil exactly how this has gone, but this process took in real time with the game running at high speed, took half an hour. Yeah, that was exciting. And this was largely fueled by the decision of every train to go, you know what, if I'm getting sold, yeah, I'll go on the passenger line. So there was some initial slowdown while the trains got themselves situated and pointing in the right direction and so forth. Anyway, there we go. That's all of them sold off, and whoa, we're back in profit. as you can see, we've been bringing in a little bit of cash every year. Oh, and the best part of 10 years has passed. Terrific. But we are now somewhat buoyantly, back in a semi-profitable situation. I had intended to let the game run for a bit in order to get a feel for actually what is our net profit once we're back out of the incredible sinkhole that was the freight system. The freight system will work. I know. Oh, Johnny, you doubters, you put a cork in it. It's definitely going to work. It's simply a case of completing the route so that there aren't any backing services. It's the backing services that killed it, and the fact that there were so many incomplete lines going on in there as well, that it just did not work. The aim will be that for a station like this one here, I'll probably quad this track, but for a station like this, that it's seeing a fresh goods train enter every 30 seconds or so. Such is the rate at which we will keep things rolling. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am completely off mark, but I see no reason why it won't work. It worked temporarily early on while we kept things fairly low down, but at that point, largely this was due to there not being an awful lot of competition for track time, and because we were effectively just running shuttle services between 2 or 3 stations. Now that's the tried and tested approach, and we're out for doing something a little bit more zesty than that. But there we go. Now then, we're not out of trouble yet. Hooray! I hear you cry. We've only brought in $1 million. I'm sorry for this, but I'm up in the tempo some more, because all I can do is pontificate up until the point that I've got some slush fund going on, and it's going to be a little while before we get there, simply because I've got some old stuff. Look at where are we? If we flip this over onto old, I've got some old trains running. Now the good news is that most of them are generating cash still. I mean, Pleasant View to Hogsmeade is doing a sterling job, despite being 66 years old. Let's make sure I've got replacement enabled. There we go, I have. Then we've got the Mint Sherma, which is interesting. I don't understand why this one's not making much cash. Evidently there is... we're only running 26 of 99, and it could be because, what are we talking here? Mint. Where the heck is Mint? Minas Tirith is at the end of the line, and whichever station is at the end of the line tends to be the one that is least profitable in the short term. If we whiz our way over there, because traffic. No, Hill Valley's at the end of the line. What are you talking about? All right, well then there's no excuses. Evidently there is a hole in my system somewhere. Could be Hill Valley to Pleasant View is running a faster service. All right, what are you running? All right, you're running these chaps. I reckon that's because it's a faster service. I reckon those are more speedy of the train, and that is why. That is why that's occurring. Anyway, we've bought 26 million quid's worth of new trains so far this year, and that's going to continue until everything's brought back up to speed. Well, I say new trains, new vehicles, full stop. No, trains, definitely trains. We've got 5 more to replace. Well, that's such is life. But the running costs are in the region of 50 some odd, possibly a little lower given that we did sell one this year. And the income is in the region of 70. So that's a good thing. Absolutely. It means that bringing in an extra 20 a year should allow us to get back up and running relatively quickly. And the first thing on my agenda is to get up the next passenger routes and complete the passenger circuit. If we know for fact that the passenger 4-stop shuttle operation that we've got going on works, then we should do more of that. That kind of goes without saying. And by completing that route, we can then focus on a little bit of goods at a time to get it back up and running. There were certainly some short-range goods services that I could run to bring the cash in while speccing up the remainder of the out-of-town stations that I'm going to need to build. I mean, look, this is New York. Is this the next one along, or have I skipped one? Nope, this is the next one along. Yeah, exactly where in my infinite wisdom do I intend to put a goods station here? Because there really isn't anywhere good, is there? I think it's going to have to be over here. And actually, that's not a terrible location either, because you've got oil and you've got goods processing and you've got some iron ore going on there as well. That's pretty, that's a pretty robust location to be building up. Out the other side, you've got some more oil. We are going to connect every industry. That's going to happen, and somehow, by hook or crook or something in between, we'll figure out a way to get those all looping around correctly. Also, I still want to do something by at least one thing by water. Set up water. You know what? Let's do it now. Because I'm not just going to do the freight. I'm not just going to send freight by water. We'll try passengers as well. Now, this might be just a horrendously poor use of time and money, but since when has that stopped me? Right, now then, let's see if this will actually fit. Because there's a sizable portion on me goes that I don't think this water is necessarily deep. It's deep enough. Okay. Now then, where can I get you in here? That outside. Oh no, you'll sit right there. We only need one terminal because it's not going that far. I might need to do some re-engineering on this bridge. But yeah, while we're in the rebuild phase, I'm going to keep things as interesting as possible by introducing other ideas. Where have all these roads come from all of a sudden? That's because I added some new mods. The new mods in question are of a bridge type nature. They're all in the collection, so if you're subscribed to the collection, you won't be missing out. Right, I'll do that onto there. Yes? No. Let's use city streets. That way, there is every chance that we get a little bit of build up here, which would be grand. Right, so that's there, and then I was thinking LV426, because that's right on the coast. Now we want to get in before any opportunistic train decides to seize the chance and get itself upgraded. There you go, we're in. That's it, 200 grand. It's hardly the most terrifyingly expensive thing we're going to build ever. Yep, bang that over there. Going to need some bus lines as well. So once again, let's get stuff built before an enterprising AI decides to whip all me cash. Have we got? Can we have something somewhat exciting here? I've also stuck the Flying Junction mod back in as well. Yeah, I know. You resist it for so long, and you kind of go, "No, surely I can make the Flying Junctions work. Surely." Go on, there must be a place where that will fit. Hold on, if we get rid of this and then we try doing it, go on, just sit in there somewhere and I'll make everything else work. Get as close to the dock as you can. There you go. Right, now then, are you actually close enough to the dock? That's the next question, and that's why I asked it next. There we go. Right, okay, cool. Now, are you in range? Looks like it. Yep, that's all good. That's quite nice. That sits in there in rather a splendid fashion. And then we'll bung another passenger stop of a turnaround nature up here in the middle of quite a lot of catchment. What about topside? No, yeah, really? Okay, all right, yeah, you can do that. Go on. That's it. Yeah, stick it in there. And then you've at least got a little bit of catchment that will hit the dock. Right. How much have you actually got originally? You've got a little there. Now, I'm only planning to run like 2 ships up and down this route. Although that'll come down to exactly, you know, what the turnaround time is and that kind of thing. But yeah, that should suffice, I would have thought. Now then, same kind of deal here. I don't like... there's nothing wrong with the original bus stations. They're just a little bit dull. And they don't offer a full turnaround service. I don't like buses doing U-turns in the middle of the street. Hold on, that's a tram station. Well, it's good that you noticed that after building it. All right, well, I guess you're building tram track up at LV 426, and I'm pretty sure your local friendly xenomorph is not going to have an issue with that. Right, okay, let's wang that over there and then build a crossroads in here. The AI would get there eventually, but I felt it generous just to help the situation along a little. Now then, where's going to be good for you? That feels quite workable. I don't need this to be the most robust of passenger services. I mean, heck, it's not like my passenger services are that robust to begin with. Just as long as they do provide some kind of value. And there goes the cash. Did someone just buy a train? Yep, 33 million quid down the hole. Right. Well, how many we got left? 5 trains. Although that's all the 60-yearers done. So they're actually going to make quite a lot more margin now, because they won't be funding trains that are God knows how old. Right, there we go. Let's do that. Right, let's bang in a quick line here. Just do that. There you go. Marvellous. Hold on, what's this? Are you an actual bus? No, you're a truck stop. Well, you know what? A bus stop right in the middle of town certainly wouldn't do any harm, so I'll stick one of those in as well. I haven't really had the chance to use these yet. They're it's just a nice little bit of, right, okay, do that, yeah, and then on the way back, do it again. Okay, there's probably some overlap in there, but, it is what it is. Alpha complex commuter. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you. And let's bang a few passage on there. No, the passage will come automatically. Let's put a bus or two on that. Passengers. And what about the right streetcar? Yeah, all right, have 2. There you go. And because that's futuristic. We're in the future now. And therefore having semi-futuristic vehicles is a boon to all of us. Well, that has to be said. I'm not thrilled about the colour scheme. I think the colour scheme's a little bit horrible. What do you feel about... Everything looks good in grey. Oh, there's just one stripe. Fine, have a grey stripe. Just the rest of you is still kind of, putrid yellow. Okay, right. Well, that's that one done. Let's get a shipping depot. A shipyard, one would possibly call it. Let's get that set up. No, I don't know if this bridge is actually, if you can get underneath it. I think you've got that the wrong way around there, bucko. There you go. Bang that in there. Marvellous. I don't believe that needs a road connection either. So that's, that's beneficial. Right. Do this, and then from there to here. Now, it's a good length. It's not very quick. Could not connect all the stations. That'll be the bridges. Right, so it's interior shipping. We'll leave that alone for the moment. I'll give that a foxier name in due course. Yeah, I know. I've got to deal with that, but I need some cash to do that. We'll sort it out in a minute. I want to spend what little money I have remaining on applying some tram tracks to this off-world colony. That bit, I need that little bit in the middle, because it doesn't see that very much looks to me like there's no tram track there. That's why it's lit up in red. Yeah, try it again. No. All right, there is another way. It's interesting that the other way, no matter what we're doing, it always tends to be involving Madam Bulldozer, and her merry men. Right, now then, electric bus lane. Nah, we don't need it. Do that. That's it. Right, you are now definitely connected. As are you. Okay, now go back to upgrading again. I'm not entirely sure which route I'm taking here, but I am taking a route, so there is that. Yeah, go on, all the way. Yeah, some of this, some of that. Right, did that... Yep, that trammed up the stop as well. Now then, should I put something in the middle of this route? Arguably, yes. In fact, almost certainly, yes. I don't plan on running every tram in the known universe. Just a couple, just to keep it, you know, spicy. There we go. I don't know what my obsession with spiciness is at the moment, but I try and make everything spicy, given half a chance. Right, okay, so if I put in another stop in the centre of town, like that, I'm not even checking what zones they are. I know, that's the level of confidence to which I believe that this is not going to make me any money no matter what I do. Right, so let's go this one, and then that one, and then this one, and then make it so that it shows up. Having a grey route on a grey background is not proving particularly conducive. Right, so this is LV, yeah, 426 commuter. Perfecto. Now then, let's bang a tram stop depot type dealio out here somewhere, and we'll get this show on the road, and rails and whatever else. Right, that's that. Kill this. Yeah, buy me a tram. Or, in fact, what do we feel like? 2? Yeah, I think the Cobra... I mean, I like the Cobra a great deal. It's an elegant-looking beast. I think it's just too long. And it only gets you an extra 5 passengers. And it's an extra 100 grand. Along with... Actually, the running costs are pretty negligible. Right, let's go for 2 of these nice 10-ton Skodas. And wang it on there. There you go. Off you trot. Right, grand. Now then, let's find the woes with the shipping here, which is that. Now then, can you get under this one? I would say possibly not, but the one I'm pretty certain you can't get under is this. Yeah, look at that. Given that, yeah, given that one is actually flush with the sea. Well, lake, river, whatever it is. I'll tell you what will work. That'll make it work. Yep, no problem at all. This thing was flashing anyway. You know, I've really lost nothing by being horrible. There we are. Look, hey, I made it work. Amazing. Wow, what incredible scenes. Right, now then, let's find the latest and greatest shipping liner that we can. Passengers, please. Ooh, the Graf Zeppelin. 175 passengers. We'll have 2 of them. They're only £1 million each, but that's massive bang for buck. There you go. Off you go. Right, now, of all the lines that I've ever built, in all the series that I've ever run, I have not yet come across a passenger liner that's actually made any money. Even on the North Atlantic, where I was running numerous hovercraft, just wasn't making good cash. That's no. You want a darker, kind of bolder, kind of nautical, which is blue. There you go. It's dark blue will do very nicely indeed. There you go. It doesn't look much like a Zeppelin, but apparently it is. There you go. I mean, look at that. Everyone's drinks are falling overboard. You know, someone's spilt their twiglets all over the floor. It's a modern disaster. But there we go. Shipping has happened. The end of freight, the beginning of shipping. It's what we've all been longing for all this time. Will this pay off? Very, very doubtful. But you never know. Yeah, maybe this will take off. And I'll tell you something else. It's going to make for a unique connection as well. I will connect up LV426, but I won't be connecting it direct to Alpha Complex. So this is going to insert passengers onto a weird bit of the route, or a distant bit of the route, and that will, I don't know what it will yield. But chances are, what I will do is I will run a kind of a secondary loop, just so you know what I'm thinking. That goes Gallifrey, Miranda, LV426, Megacity 1, and run that with kind of back and forth loopage going on, which is, I think that's quite good fun. Then when we're talking interior lines, we've got to hook up both Arkham and Gotham, and that'll be out of New York, through Arkham, through Gotham, and then, I don't know, we could either go round the outside of Gotham that way and hang into Minas Tirith, or we continue down this way, go to Hill Valley and do another one of those little loops. That could work. I think there's also money to be had in going maybe Gotham through to Winchesterton Fieldville, and then hanging back to Caprica and going to Atlantis, or going through Winchesterton Fieldville to Pseudopolis and then on to Asgard. There's numerous different ways we can go with those, and that's quite good fun. The exterior, the perimeter, the main line is all well and good, but I think it's these interior lines that are going to be the ones that generate the most interest once we've actually got stuff kind of running smoothly. Now then, where's the end of the line at the moment? Miranda looks like the end of the line at the moment. It is. Hogsmeade, Miranda. And every time we add a new line, not only will that line itself have a good chance of making some cash, but the next station up the way there has a better fighting chance of survival. Right, let's have a look at the balance situation. We are running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 unprofitable lines at the moment. Pseudopolis Plastics. How did you manage to avoid the purge? All right, well let's get you sold off. Yeah, you're not going to be doing any business at all at the moment because I've shut it all down. Anybody else here needs excommunicating. Sherma Commuter is a disaster area. Pleasant View is close to being effective. Alpha Complex is only just established. Interior Shipping is only just established. LV is only just established. And Hogsmeade Commuter is equally disastrous, although it's over 50% capacity. Now, maybe that's just the age of the trains, buses that we're running on there that's causing the problem. Doubtful. Anyway, the rate for interior shipping is not good. 103 is not a good rate. I see it as the ticket price. I know it doesn't quite calculate that way, but higher, better, basically, because that's more that people are paying you. Now then, let's have a look at the good news. The good news is that our big hitter, Pleasant View to Hogsmeade, is doing 11.5 million quid. Now that is purely down to capacity. I double lengthed the trains and added more trains on there. If we let's go pick one out and go say howdy. Here we go. All right. So as you can, oh no, I didn't double length the trains. I double lengthed them on a different route, evidently. Not this one. I thought I'd doubled these up, but in fact I just doubled the number of services. Ah, well that drops to me a level of intrigue, because this is no, it's not you. You're less profitable for reasons I don't fully understand. Well, where is it? It must be Atlanta Hogsmeade. Nope. I double lengthed some trains somewhere, and I am at a bit of a loss to understand why. Now then, if we look at ticket prices, Mint Sherm is 140, right? So Minas Tirith to Sherma. Whereas Pleasantville to Hill Valley is 142 ticket price. And then this is 190 ticket price. So it's quite an expensive route to run. Okay, and what can we determine from that? Absolutely nothing at all. I can't learn anything from that in the slightest. Now, I wonder if I've got the cash. I could put another train on Asgard Gallifrey. Now, Gallifrey is... Is it the end of the line, or is Miranda the end of the line? Now, there's Gallifrey. It doesn't touch Miranda. Where's Miranda? That one. No, it goes through Gallifrey. Okay, right. Well, forget everything you were about to say. So, that's our least profitable line at the moment. I wonder if, by putting another train on there, because it will drop the frequency down, that our lowest frequency service is currently making the most money. As an experiment, let us go and have a let's go and play with that. So what are we running here? We're running the Illinois Central Highliner. Nothing remarkable about the train. You know, there's nothing special about it, unless you know it means something to you. But it means nothing other than just being a general train here. Right. So let's buy one of those. I'm pretty sure I've got the cash. If I pause it, the enterprising AI will not just rip me off while I'm trying to plumb the thing in. This electrics, please. Illinois, hello. There you go. Have one of those. Right, good. Bang that on Asgard Gallifrey, and let's see if it ups the rate. Because if it does, then we can replicate that across the board. Now, don't get me wrong; it's making quite a nice amount of money as it is. Oh well, it was at. I thought it was at 190. No, hold on, it's moved. Asgard Gallifrey. Here we go. It's at 190. That rate has just dropped to 189. But they do wiggle around a little on a regular basis anyway. Now maybe once I've got some once that new service is actually in situ, we'll learn something from it. But when you see other services are generating, 6, 7, 12 million a year, I mean it's there is money being left on the table that I could quite easily take off the table and put into my back pocket. And then go, well, thank you very much. Right, where are we? Is it changing the hold on, it's disappeared entirely. And that's because there's a new train in town, and it's currently getting itself in place. There we go. Currently at Mega City 1. So I imagine, there you go, that will have dropped into being unprofitable. No, it hasn't. It's just vanished. Either that or I'm just not seeing it. There it is. It's there. Look, keep your eye on it. Still at 189. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, it's got a little further to go, but once it gets there, everything will be peachy. I sent it out the wrong depot. It's going the long way. Oh. All right. Stop watching it. All right. Okay. Fine. Okay. Well, we could probably put another service in place, or what would work better actually is setting up the next passenger line, and then once we've got the money, we can gently start deploying trains, and it's Mos Eisley. Okay, cool. Okay, new line, please. Thank you. Let's make this one this highlighty colour. Right, stop 1, Mos Eisley. Stop 2, Miranda. And then once we've got all of the passenger lines up and running, we'll then turn our attention back to goods again. That'll be quite something. Now, I'm supposed to run something European on here. I don't think I've got that many choices right now. I haven't started ramping up the number of European, the number of modded trains, full stop, that I've got in my collection. But now might be the, what are you doing? No. Right, you need to go into Mos Eisley 7, okay? Do that. There you go. Grand. Now then, when you come out of there, what are you doing next? You do this wiggle over here. That's absolutely fine. That's completely normal. Let's signal this one up. Yep. And then... I need to revisit all of my signalling at some point. I know this for a fact, but I'm not going to do it right now. Also, and this will come as a delight to many of you, I think that up, up, down, down may be the way to go. Aesthetically, For no other reason. The existing setup is working absolutely fine, he said. Yeah, no, look, just go look at the bank balance. It's fine. But I think up, down, down is going to look a lot better. Or as we look at it now, it'll be down, down, up, right? Yeah, I think it will just be superior in terms of appearance. Now then, do I want to run you on? Yeah, I want to just show me what we're working here. All right, not a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna put. Oh, no. Okay, fine. Yeah. So no, wait, back up to Moran. I'm putting it on the other line because we're all on the same route at the moment. Why I don't do this up, down, down if I'm planning to do the whole thing, I couldn't tell you. Now then, you're coming up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First stop is 5. Yep. And then on the way back, you do 6. Right. Oh, hello. Can you not get from 6 to 7? That to me feels like a missing junction of the slipped variety, which would be that one. See, look at that. I know my track layout. Also, you didn't put any signals on there, so you might want to do that. All right, we'll have one. No, yeah, sure, block the points. That's the smartest thing you can do with yourself. All right, bang that on there, and then yeah, you've got carried away here, haven't you? You've kind of you've used the force, and it's not worked out well for any of us. You've already got signals on there. You just doubled one up. Honestly, if you want to go look up haphazard in the dictionary, you'll find a picture of yourself. Right, now then, Gallifrey. Same deal. 5 on the way out, 6 on the way back. There we go. Good. And then you just lose the plot entirely. But no. I know it's the inside curve and therefore it's the quickest. But that's no flipping excuse. Right, Gallifrey, after you've hit that one, will you please go via this signal here? Thank you. And then when you're on your way back to Gallifrey, this signal here. Okay, that looks like another missing slip. Probably. Anyway, right, when you get to MCO, you're going into platform. It shouldn't be 7. Should be platform 1 or 2. You're allowed either. Mega City 1, you're currently going for 2. Okay, right, so where's the there's the junction. Oh, I see. The junction doesn't go far enough. Yeah, you let some kind of buffoon do the track laying here, didn't you? Right, let's slow things back down again. We've got money now. All right, okay, now then. This could be uncomfortable. Yeah. Right. And then, oh, you really do like making it difficult on yourself. Okay, right. Now then, we need to come from, hold on, where are we? What are you? You're doing something clever over there. That's charming. Actually, shouldn't that be a viable? No, it's not. It's not a viable. 7 is not viable this side. You do 1 and 2 this side. 7 is when you're going the other way. Sorry, I punched my microphone there. Okay, now then. Trains. Yes. Track. Good. This one. Okay. Now then, you want to take this bit here. Or just do that and then unbrake it quickly. I've done it. You can relax. It's fine. And then wang this. No, it's already complaining. Alright, okay. Bring it out as far as here. And then you need to go across that one, across this one, across that one, and onto this one. That's 4 lines. Is that sufficient? So, hold on. This lot comes out here. What have I done here? I've clearly done something more clever than I would do usually. You can infer that I've kind of put clever in inverted commas or in italics or something there. Right, let's do that. All right, that's made it less unhappy. And then start doing some slip action on here. There you go, that's got it. There you go. Hooray for everybody. Right, then you come in and you do a bit of that and everybody's fine and dandy. A little bit of a... It's not a great approach, this one. It's a bit long on the way to Mega City 1, but as far as the city layout is concerned, I'm really pleased with it. The fact that it's kind of going through this valley in the middle is kind of cool. Hold everything. We're still not there. Mega City 1, right? No, hold everything. Where are you? What? When you come out of here... Get rid of that. Oh, I see what I've done. What did I just do? I think I just closed the window. Did you, though? I don't know. Try the platform. Yeah, line 1. There we go. Right. Now, don't do that again. Here, this one. Yeah, you've got it in the wrong order. Have you? Yes, you have. Okay, fine. Yeah, it possibly was working all along, but I through a hasty bit of clickery, as was so often the case, I got that wrong. Right, there we go. That's it. Everybody's happy. Is everybody happy? There is a modicum of happiness that is now present. Right. Okay. So this is going to be what's the next one up the what's it here? Well, the next one up the what's it, as you so delicately put it, is Mos Eisley. So what are we going for? Mose or Mise? I think Mise is going to be one that I remember better. Also, stick with your existing philosophy, which is anti-clockwise naming. So MCO to Mise. There we are. Good. Right. Smashing. Go buy some trains, then we can wrap up the episode, and you can go and have a cup of tea. Let's get this done. Now, once we've actually got Alpha Complex connected to anything, this is all going to be lovely. I have absolutely no reason to base that on anything. I'm just stating it. Oh, hold on, we've got the NS mats. If we could bang those on, I think I've used some already. We've got the Mirage. 125 top speed. I don't think I've used those yet. Now, I mean, I know that's default. Hold on. What about these MSGS, SM, all of that? Oh, what about these French guys? I've used those. I'm certain I've used the SNCF already. Actually, my cup runneth over. When I said that I didn't have many set up, I was totally lying. This one might be a bit too much of a heavy hitter for this line right now, but they all make profit eventually. This one, it feels a little bit more my speed for the moment. This sucker, however, that's enormous. That's an interior line. The Javelin, as I mentioned last time, apparently is not profitable no matter what you do with it. So let's not do that. They're 15 million quid a go. How much are you? 7 million quid a go. Well, that was an easy decision. Right, set line, and you are going on the new MCO to Mise route. Excellent. Good. Right, happy. Are we happy? Look at this colourful odyssey. There we are. Colourful odyssey. An odyssey colourful. Splendid. Right, that's going to pretty much take us to the bridge for today. Let's go and have a look and... hey, look, there's some people want to go for a boat trip. 11 people want to go for a boat trip up here. At the other end, 2 people want to go for a boat trip. Well, that's jolly exciting for them. We've got 5 on board here. Have you made any money ever? No, this will be the very first delivery that one's made. What about the other one? You're coming on with 3. How exciting. You know what? I'm going to buy another one. And I'm going to buy another one because the run time of that is currently 20 minutes. And I have it hardwired into the very core of my being that thou shalt not run a line that takes longer than 20 minutes. Right, okay, let's do that. Is there anyone else? Winchesterton flipping Fieldville is also on this route, you know. Maybe we could do a nice little internal passenger kind of deal. And Caprica and Atlantis. Oh, this is how you do your top to bottom crossing thing. All right, okay, well, that's where we'll start next time. Thanks for watching today. Yes, we've had a fire sale. But as you can see by the budget, it's worked. so there you go. We had a fire sale. It felt dramatic at the time, but it's paid off. We're now making 30 million a year again, and that's going to be enough to fuel expansion. I have not given up on goods. Hell no. But what I want to do is I want to complete the loop, and that means putting the stations in before we start to put the services back in. That said, the running time on those services is going to be horrendous. But by doing all of the passenger stuff initially, what we'll then get to is this 30 million I'm making a year should by that point be up to the 100, maybe 150 million a year that we're making in profit. And that will certainly cover the costs of buying a whole slew of trains, because we will be talking about a minimum of 20 trains that are running the goods route. So you're not going to want to miss out on that, I reckon. And therefore, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's probably 15 episodes from now. I'm going to try and do it a bit quicker than that. I think we'll probably get through 2, 3, 4 passenger lines in the next episode. Yeah, you're going to have to subscribe to find out, because if you don't subscribe, you'll miss it and you won't find out. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio. Well, there's a turn up for the books. It's all gone slightly Pete Tong, and we've had to make a few adjustments. Fire sale is never the first thing that I want to do in these situations. But actually, it goes back to a kind of a fundamental learning, is that if you are running into financial trouble in the game, the most simple thing to do is to look at the routes that aren't making you any money and get rid of them. And then rework it from there. So that's exactly what I've done. The main line for the goods is kind of the concept for the whole series here. So it's not like I will be permanently abandoning it. It's more that I firmly believe that it's only really going to come into its own after I've implemented the entire circuit. That's the universal symbol for circuit there.